Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Goldsmith Gaming with me, Christopher, and this is Crusader Kings III. And I have been waiting for this. I never got into Crusader Kings II. I will say that right now. I play EU4, mainly. I'm not even good at that, but that is what I play. When I tried Crusader Kings II, I realized that the things that I knew from EU4 were not really applicable, at all. And to me, that just became slightly too big of a hurdle to get over. But I'm happy to say that Crusader Kings III may be looking slightly, at least a little bit more, clear in the way it looks. Now, I've been playing the tutorial, and sure, the tutorial hasn't taught me everything, absolutely. But just from playing that, I realized that yes, everything is much more clear. I think, at least. I mean, we will get to places where I probably will be scratching my head and trying to figure out how stuff works still. But I think that I have a fairly decent understanding of at least sort of the basics of the game, sort of what I need to do in order to do the things that I want to do. Now, as for what I want to do with this first series of this game on this channel, I had an idea to just play something basic. I had really no specific direction or anything like that, just to give a view of what the game is about. Then I figured, no, we're gonna do the thing that I had planned already from the very beginning. I think that I actually had planned for Crusader Kings 2 on this channel, but then the EU4 playthrough, it still carries on, and now that Crusader Kings 3 is released, I'm gonna shelf Crusader Kings 2, at least for now. We're gonna delve into Crusader Kings 3 and the thing that I would like to do, which is Sweden. Obviously, I mean, couldn't have been anything else but Sweden. So yeah, we are going to take on the role as King Erik II Stenkilsson of Sweden. He's 20 years old and he's already got a beard that would last for days. That is amazing. Now, what will be my goal here? Well, here's the thing. Ooh, that's not how you do that. This is how you zoom in, obviously. So this is Sweden. And in EU4, there's an achievement that you can get in EU4, which is called Sweden is not overpowered. That achievement means that you need to control all the coastal provinces around the Baltic Sea. I'm gonna try and do that in Crusader Kings 3. I have absolutely no idea how possible this is. If I mean, I'm most likely gonna fail this, at least the first time I try. But I'm gonna try. So the thing that we need to do is we need to expand our borders quite heftily from this. Now in EU4, that's arguably pretty easy. In one way, at least the northern parts here. It is when you start coming down to the Holy Roman Empire that is where things get dicey, and I assume that might be the case this time as well. So what our goal is going to be is to start claiming the lands over here, all the way around the Finnish coastline down into Novgorod over here. We go to the Baltic states over here and down into Prussia and Pomerania. And of course this is not going to be entirely like EU4. The provinces or areas are not the same, so we can't really do exactly how it is there. But I think that if we zoom quite a lot in, I think that the limit would be perhaps Pomerania. I don't know if I need like this. Maybe I'll go for this. We don't need the Danish Isles, we do need the southern parts of what is current or present day Sweden, though, as well as well, Gotland is probably, yes, it is a part of our lands already, so we don't need to worry about that. That is going to be our challenge. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to do this. I have made absolutely no scouting or anything like this. I don't know exactly what we need to do immediately. I know for a fact that the one time I tried Sweden in Crusader Kings II, sort of the first thing that happened was that Norway attacked us and basically obliterated us. I was not ready for that at all. So since this is starting at, I don't know if the date is exactly the same as in Crusader Kings 2. It feels as if you started earlier in Crusader Kings 2, but that might be because that is something that opened up with DLCs. Never mind. We're gonna be cautious about Norway. Definitely. Maybe even try to get some form of alliance with them, or you know, military pact, defensive pact, or something like that. We'll try to do that. Right. I think I've talked quite enough about this. I think we know exactly what we need to do, or rather, at least the main idea here. Let's get into the game and see how we are supposed to set this up. And here we are. So I haven't selected any specific game rules or anything like that. We're gonna play sort of standard rules. So the deal here with King Eric, the main part that we obviously have an issue with is we don't have a spouse, we don't have any children. We're only 20 years old though, so we absolutely have time for that. We are absolutely going to be able to get that going, but yeah, obviously that is going to be very much our first priority to get that done. Now, as for King Eric here, he is very much on the war focus, which is probably gonna help us quite a lot in the, well, I wouldn't say in the near future, but at least during our time here in Sweden. He is wrathful, which is means that he's quick to anger and fury. He's brave, he fears nothing, and no matter if it's a challenge or danger, he just goes in. So yeah, he is a likelihood of dying in battle 100%. That's I don't know exactly what the base likelihood of dying in battle is, but that's not that good. I don't know if it says here. Yeah, by the way, about the game, obviously this is one of the new things, that if you have such a window as this open and you have a blue word, you can hover over it to get into more information about that. And if you have done that, you can keep doing it. You can, okay, you can do it one more time. That's fine then. But yeah, you can absolutely learn more about what all the things are, and yeah, that is absolutely something that I very much welcome. But yeah, that is that. He's also stubborn, so he doesn't back down for anything. So he's really set up to be just extremely war focused. He's not going to back down for anything, and he's just going to go for absolutely everything that he wants. So yeah, that is interesting. Also, dread, I believe, is something that is new. So yeah, basically dread measures how feared a ruler is. So the more dread we have, the closer we are to becoming a tyrant, basically. And basically, one of the things we can do, obviously, as it says here, unruly vassals, we can intimidate or terrify them, which is quite handy if you have a lot of vassals, and more importantly, when you take over land and they become maybe a little bit annoyed at you, you can use your dread in order to just push them back a little bit. So that's a good thing. He is also a tough soldier, so more martial there, and also a flexible leader. So yeah, fighting, wars, etc., etc. He is 16 martial, which is considered good. Diplomacy is terrible. We need to sort of figure something out with that. So yeah, our first goal, get a spouse. So let's find a spouse. When this is the arrange marriage screen, so we're gonna start with we're not gonna go for marriage immediately. We're gonna try and see if we can indeed find a spouse, and for that we're gonna have to set up a number of search criteria here, I believe. Obviously fertile, that goes without saying. Now, as for traits, it would be nice to find inheritable traits. That is absolutely true. I would absolutely like to find... Oh, there's only one. Oh, where are you, Beilstein? That's not interesting. We're gonna have to... That might be a problem, because one of the things that I would like to have done... Well, we don't have any children, so, I mean, children needs to be top priority. I'm not gonna get much from this, basically. That's what that says. So yeah, let's go for that as a baseline, and we're gonna go for I absolutely need more diplomacy. We're actually doing okay with stewardship, so that's not something that we need to do much about. Sure, getting intrigue and learning up would be nice, but yeah, diplomacy is absolutely the most important thing. So let's get someone in who's at least a little bit good. We do actually have a Norse person there. So where are you located? Debbie Lane. It sounds very English. Yes, indeed. Well, that's not really interesting. We have Ida. No, I don't want to see where she is. No, get back. So you're down there. We'll be able to like to see located. There we go. Yes, your courtier. We do have a courtier. So yeah, let's try and start finding someone that's actually good first. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to get, like, you know, claims, etc., from this specific marriage. We're gonna have to start off with actually getting, you know, kids, and then we can start marrying them off. That's basically, yeah, that is going to be our main focus. So let's see if we can find... Let's see, what can we find? There's a lot of people who really don't like us. I mean, really no one likes us. It's probably because of something that has to do with us, I guess. Do we have sort of opinion, basic opinion style thing? I don't know. Doesn't really say. But most of these people are not in... Well, we have Lil. That's... Well, no, sorry. That's down there. I don't care about that. Don't we have anyone that is sort of further north? The North Riding. Now that's interesting. North Riding. Ooh. So yeah, we do have some courtiers that simply don't like a short reign. Catholicism is hostile. Ooh. Personal diplomacy. Yeah, that's where I can see that. Yeah, personal diplomacy. I'm really terrible at diplomacy. I like that I'm brave, though. Which is good. Sigurd, there's a lot of Norwegians. Okay, we actually do have... We can see this, by the way. That's absolutely true. Bavarian Norse... She was down south. Actually, we do have a Russian, but you also really don't like me. What else do we have? Dutch, Norwegian. You have you. You are located in, still in the Sutherland, so that's kind of weird that you're moving to here. So where would that be? Sutherland. Where does it? Oh, that's over here. Yes, so you're there. You're a cowardly planner. That's interesting. But yeah, you're actually quite good. 13, 11, 9, as opposed to mine, really high martial and good stewardship. You know what, Sigrid? I'm gonna send you a proposal. So invite Sigrid to court. She will not accept, and I don't have any hooks. So that's a no-go. Okay, well, okay. So we need to do this then, I guess. If I do find a spouse and do this, can't I select will join court? Is that not an option? Will join court. I know that was a thing in Crusader Kings II, at least. Well, actually, the one that I tried to get now, what was her opinion of me? Quite low. Ooh, she's intimidated by me. Okay, so some are actually intimidated. What if we start a scheme against you? I think that we're gonna do that. I think we do have a little bit of time before we actually start with, you know, everything. So I'm gonna try and sway her. So schemes are a thing that you can do now. I can start a scheme. You can get her opinion of mine up with for a total of 25 if it is successful. We have a pretty damn high percentage chance to actually get that as well. So let's start that scheme. It's now located down here. So that's one thing that we need to do. Now, the second thing that we need to do is start deciding where to go. Now, our forces, or rather our military strength, we have 7 knights and 1,800 odd levies. If you look at Denmark, for example, they have more. Not that much more, but they have more. Now, what do I have claims on? I don't think that I have really any claims. No, I don't even have claims, which is arguably a problem. Because I really can't declare war, because I don't have any claims on you. Now, as for here, don't I have claims automatically here? I think I do. Yes. We do have claims here, de jure claim, because this is part of... let's see, this is one of the things that I don't exactly understand here. So yes, this is part of... Oh, here we go. That is the reason why. So yeah, this part is actually part of Sweden, officially at least. So yeah, how do we get back here? That's how we get back. So you, I can actually go for you, and that is probably a pretty easy little starting war here. I would argue that this is one of the things that you should start with as Sweden. Now, before we do that, we do have a couple of things. First of all, obviously, I'm not married. That is indeed a problem. We're working on it. My heir is unmarried. Now, is there someone who could potentially be interesting to him? Now, this goes by my diplomacy, sadly. I don't know how good you are. You are actually better. And probably you won't even be my heir for long, so... I would like to be... I would like to be able to see, like, who would actually accept it. That is something that I would like to see. If we order traits for now, and let's go for someone with, for example, let's just say Marshall. So we have a Polish person here. You sound interesting. So if we see how do I get her to invite court? Base reluctance, and she's on the council. Okay, so she's not gonna accept. So who else do we have? Do we have anyone who's a little bit... Why are you liking me, by the way? Ooh, because you are also brave. So if we look at you, for example, you're lowborn, that's fine with me. I'm not going to be able to claim much more other than that. You are wrathful, arrogant, and content. Why not? Let's see. I mean, no one is ever going to do this. We basically need to sway people in order to get them to come to my court, which is a problem. I did have... So what about you then? Brunilde here in Bologna also would not join. So how do you get that up? How do you get that up? We have a base reluctance of -50. How do you combat that? That is something that I would indeed need to learn, because it feels as if I'm simply not going to be able to get anyone to my court. I guess that we sort of need to... ooh, lisping. Rail. Oh, there's a cute little egg there. But yeah, I guess that is something that might change over time. Is that a thing? But yeah, I would like to be able to... I would like to be able to filter for that. Is that really not a thing that you can do? Filter on who will join my court. Does not say that that is a thing at all. Do we have anyone with claims, by the way? Yes, we do. But it feels as if they are not interesting for me. Where do you have claims? Ooh, that's actually very interesting, I think. I think that's interesting. We lower that. Yeah, that's interesting. You, but you're really old. And you also would not join. And if I... Oop, no, not like that. Come on. Was you. So you and you. They will accept that. So you are 19 and she's 42. I don't know if that's necessarily good. I don't know if that is necessarily good. Chance of children, medium. But you know what? You're gonna have yourselves a... Well, I'm not gonna say old lady, but she's a little bit older. So we actually won't get any any prestige from that at all. She will get prestige though. And so who is that, by the way? Who is that we will be getting an alliance with? Oh, whatever. I'm gonna go for this. I know that this is probably not the best thing that I can do, but let's send that proposal. A-okay. And also, I have not cast my vote for the heir. So why don't we go for him? I mean, that feels perfectly fine. So how do I do that then? Here we go. Cast vote. I'm okay with him being the heir for now, at least. So, we also have an advice. You have had a faction form against you, but do not panic, you still have the time to set things right. Okay. So this is actually a little tutorial here. So vassals and counties join factions when they are dissatisfied with your rule. To contrast this, you can increase their opinion of you or try to become dreaded. Counties with a low popular opinion tend to join the peasant faction. Unlike other factions, this faction will rise up no matter if they have a chance of winning or not. Sometimes you simply have to put the peasants in their place. That is quite indeed true. So where was that then? No factions, obviously. So yes, faction to install Duke Eric of Uppland on the Swedish throne is a little bit one. We do have some peasant rabble. They don't seem to be that discontent though, so that's probably fine. And also independence faction. Once independent, but who? Who is that? Variant down here. Well, you, good sir. Well, we actually... I do have a little bit of money. Can I just send you a little tiny little gift? I don't have enough money to... I don't have enough money to give you a gift. Are there any titles that you could potentially... Yes, this is not part of my domain, so I can't really do anything with that. And no, I don't want you to grow larger, so... we'll leave it as is. And yes, lifestyle. Now, obviously, one of my from my martial education, I get more experience on lifestyle. Now, lifestyles are both new and not new. I mean, obviously, in Crusader Kings II, we had the focuses, which was sort of... I think that the focuses were sort of aligning with the stats. In Crusader Kings III, we now have lifestyles with accompanying perk trees, or traits, basically. So for each of these, we do have a ability to better ourselves, basically. Now, obviously, martial is the the prime example there for what I would like to go for. But we desperately need to have an heir, an actual heir. I was about to say we need a son, basically. That's very much about what these games are about. So that was, where was that? Was it in diplomacy? Yes, it was. Family focus. So slightly higher diplomacy, which actually could work out really well for us, and also higher fertility, meaning that we are even more likely to conceive a child. Also, if I do believe that this, yeah, exactly, family hierarchy. So we can get a few things here. I have not really looked into this completely, so this is gonna be slightly ad hoc here with me trying to figure out what this is. But we are gonna go for family focus right now. So let's set that up. So in 5 years we can change if we need to. We are gonna get some extra diplomacy, some extra fertility, and some experience for that. So that is perfect, very nice. And at this point, right, we have more stuff to do. We have the council to do. We don't have a spouse, obviously. You have no available spouse. I knew that. So our archbishop is you. Now, how good are you at your job? You are... you're decent. I'm gonna have to accept that most of my things are decent. So for example, my chancellor, you are terrible. I have a steward who is also terrible. I have a marshal who is he's okay though, and I have a spy master who is terrible, so terrible. But again, does it feel as if I can find anything here? I would like to find characters, and like if I go for example, I need someone with diplomacy. So who do I have here that I could, for example, try to invite? I mean, you are interesting, for example. Now, what can I do with you? I would like to have you on the council. Are you already on the council? You are only a vassal. So how do I... Can I just switch out to you, like, immediately? Not like that. If I do this, and see, these are the ones that I can choose from, because you are quite literally terrible, but you are also a vassal, so that's interesting. You are Prince Bishop Adalbard. You are already a steward, but you're not really good at that either, so why don't you become this one? Or are you good at anything, or you're just mediocre at everything? I would like to appoint you, so we can just swap like so. So that doesn't really, you know, matter much. Now Prince Eric is actually really doesn't like me. Catholicism is evil. But what are you then? You are the Asatru. That is interesting. That is something that we ideally should fix in some manner of capacity. Okay, so you also really don't like me. Now you can be my marshal. That is perfectly fine. You could actually, I can swap you with, or rather here, swap you with Count Schumund. Swap with you. Swap. So now we have a slightly better diplomacy, slightly better stewardship. That's good. We're doing okay here. Now you, I would like to find someone with. I mean, we have you, Katja Bostad. You have 26 learning. Oh, sorry, we're not looking for learning. We're looking for intrigue. So we have the prince, my half brother. That would be pretty good. We have a guest. Who are you? Recruit to court. Do I want to do that? Or you? You are a lowborn. Nothing to write home about necessarily. You're pretty good with the learning things. That is true. At least you have some bonuses for both the learning and intrigue, actually. But you are vengeful. That's probably not. That's even with a pulsating border. Now that's doesn't sound that good. You know what? Prince Håkan, the Red, my half brother. Why don't you? You're a legitimate-sized bastard as well. Oh, that's perfect. I'm gonna go for you because, I mean, it says that you are a powerful vassal. He expects to be on the council. So you are going to be a pain in my ass if you are not on the council. But you are also terrible. So I don't really want you. Well, I could potentially switch with you, I guess. He also... yeah, exactly. He doesn't even approve of me. So why don't we do this then? I cannot. I can't change him. That's too bad. Oh well, we're gonna have to go with the low intrigue. He's gonna be there. I'm not gonna start bothering my vassals all too much. Now, what I would like to do is to start making some claims. So, which one of these was it where you could get a claim down? I never do remember this. So increase vassal opinion, improve feudal contract, and internal war, force petition for vassal. That's not it. And obviously we can't do that either. That's levies, train commanders, increase control, disrupt schemes, support schemes, find secrets. Also not exactly what I want to do. I don't want to do that. I just don't remember. Claim on duchy. Is that the thing then? Fabricate claim on county. Yeah, that's that one. Kind of interesting that would fall to the archbishop. Kind of strange. So where would I like to go? I think that I need to go to Denmark. Probably. Or do I want to start making myself a little bit more powerful? What if we go here and we basically start, because yeah, that's annoying. This actually counts as a I think that this would count as a coastal province, or you know, duchy in this case. Oh well, but we'll go here. We'll see if you're going to be able to do that. Other than that, you are doing foreign affairs. I think that this should mean that you are already doing that, right? Where are you? Yeah, you're in Skara over here. But that's not foreign affairs though. So where are you? Where are you? This is something that I don't really understand. Because you are here. How can you perform foreign affairs inside our country? Don't exactly know. You could do domestic affairs, which would actually be pretty good. Because we do have some vassals that are acting up. As for you, collect taxes, that sounds okay. Organized levels, okay. I'm gonna put you to support schemes since I'm actually doing some schemes, and I probably will have to do more schemes as we continue here. So that's that. Now what was this? We have some issues, yes. You can declare wars. Quite a lot of wars, actually. This is, well, this is nice. Oh, I can actually go for stuff over here already. That's... Ooh, this is actually... this is better than I anticipated. Can I actually... Holy War. Okay, so I can do some Holy Wars. That's interesting. I can create some titles. Bergslagen, Norrland and Småland. That could actually... It was you. You are a little bit annoyed. Wasn't that you? No, that's not the one. Here we go. Yes, indeed. So if I create the Duchy of Småland, this is one of the things that I never understood really in Crusader Kings II, and it doesn't really feel as if I do now either. But it's a little bit clearer here at least. Which is that I simply don't have the money. So we're gonna have to try and wait for that. That's one thing that we can do in the future. Can vassalize someone. Who are you and where do you reside over here? That seems like a really good idea. So how do we do? Yeah, offer vassalage. Yeah, you would actually accept that. That's very decent. Do that. We have a bunch of people. My mother can marry away my mother. Your brother, heir, and knight. Yes, we are working on that. I need to do a little bit more of this, but currently it feels kind of difficult for us to find spouses, as we do need to invite them to court first, and no one wants to join our court. Yes, your ear-hosting killing is 39 for secession of the Duchy of Uppland. That's probably a good thing. And I am in line to inherit also the Duchy and County of Uppland, so that's a thing. There's also an active election. Yeah, we already cast our vote there. But okay, so we're basically almost shy of 40 minutes in here. Well, yeah, and we haven't even started the clock. Perfect. This is exactly how a starting game of Crusader Kings should be, I guess. But Chieftain Thord of Ongerman, you are going to go down. Or at least I hope that you will. Because we are going to declare a war on you. So, we will seize the Chieftain of Ongerman, because obviously I want everything here. So, for everything, they are vastly inferior. It's going to cost us some prestige. We have a little bank of that. Can just check for this, which means that yes, he does become our vassal, which is nice. I get some fame and my allies, but I don't have any allies, so that's fine. So let's declare that war like so. We have a nice button now for raising armies. I'm almost a little bit ashamed to admit it, but when I started my first war, or actually, sorry, not even the war, the game in Crusader Kings 2, the first thing I was looking for was, where's my army? How do I train troops? Where do I train troops? Obviously that wasn't the same as in EU4. It was basically completely the opposite. I don't know exactly which system I like the most. I mean, I guess in a way this sort of makes a little bit more sense, perhaps, that the army isn't just standing around doing nothing, basically. But, yeah, it is what it is. So, let's raise up the army. We have a rally point here, which means that they are all going to go there. We start the time now. We are quickly filling up. Let's pause a little bit here. So, yeah. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Your brother Halsten and my mother, Sigrid, will be joined in holy matrimony. This is gonna be kind of weird. Okay. I'm glad for you. So yeah, we do have our army gathering. 2 days left. So there we go, full army. So instead of how it was in Crusader Kings 2, where you would get all the different pieces of smaller troops just everywhere trying to convene on one point, you actually do have already a point where they gather up in. Now that is something that I do like a little bit more. So let's start moving up. I'm gonna play on speed 3 for now. We will see if that works good or not for me. So Count Faste of Dal, you are my vassal. That's nice. As for vassals, by the way, where was that? I think it was in Realm. Yes, vassals. I should be. Yeah, we're nowhere close on vassal limit. We also don't have any dread right now, but we should be making dread as time progresses. Question is, where are you going? You're going south, as we are so ridiculously overpowering of them. We should have no problem here. Does that mean... Well, that's just the attrition. You're just chilling out, I think. Or no, you're probably sieging. That is what you're doing. This should be a battle, right? No? Or do we have to zoom in even further? Okay. Oh, yeah, we're moving into these little, really separate pieces here. Something that I need to learn as well. So yeah, it is going to be a battle. You will probably win. But he did move out, the bastard. And yeah, I am the commander. By the way, do we have like flanks, etc. in this? Can I change commander? I can. Because I have a chance of dying, so I don't exactly know if I want to be commanding. So commander advantage 21. The second closest is Prince Eric III. My uncle. I think that actually he is a knight, so why don't you actually become the commander? I think I enjoy that a little bit more. Let's see if we can intercept them over here. Are we not able to? You are just moving. Okay, you know what? Never mind. You pose no threat to me, so we are basically just going to go for some sieging. Actually over here, obviously, because this is where the sort of capital, if you would. I don't know if it can actually be said to be a capital, but something of the sort. So we are now sieging. So we can assault if we have breached the walls. So this goes sort of the same as EU4 in a way, in that we do have siege phases, and during each siege phase something happens. So for example, now starvation happened, and exactly which ones are good or bad, that is something that I will have to learn. But basically what we have is we have a total time before we actually just automatically take. Yeah, see, there we did a major jump because we did a siege event which was beneficial to us. Which basically just lowered the amount of days that the siege is going to take. I think that is also... I do feel as if that works a little bit better than EU4. So now we had a desertion, which is... I don't know if that counts for me or for them. Maybe me. But yeah, eventually we just basically flat out take everything. We're actually done. We only... Since we took the capital, everything is deemed to be... taken by us or occupied by us. So with that, it is basically just a simple matter of going to you, because we have a 100% war score. We can enforce our demands. So we'll do that. Enforce demands, and that is it. Yep, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. You have gained the contested county. Thank you. So your allies shared 400 prestige. I think that means that I will get everything. I'll click this button. I don't know if that means that I got it or someone else. Yes, I know that I'm still not married. And at this point we don't need the army, obviously, so we're gonna disband all. Now, Thor, you obviously really don't like me at this point. I'm gonna try and do something about that. Now, do you consider yourself to be important? Is that a thing? By the way, Tord, you are intimidated, so you probably don't care right now. You actually don't seem to mind if you are not on the council anymore. That is interesting. Because, yeah, powerful vassal, you are not counted as a powerful vassal. Hello, that means that I can get someone better than you. I'm a little bit annoyed at the positioning of these. Because we had the spouse first, that's fine. But then it should be diplomacy, martial, stewardship, intrigue, learning. But it is learning, diplomacy, stewardship, martial, intrigue. It's the complete wrong order. I don't like it. Well, and actually, okay, fine. It's not even that. I thought it was here, and here, but that's not it either. This is so weird. I don't know why they've done that. But okay, so we didn't have that many. We had Prince Håkan here, so he is going to be our spy master. Yep, he's gonna dislike me a little bit, but that's fine. Because we are going to get a better spy master from it. So that's good. So yeah, we did win a siege. We have exposed someone. That's not mine, is it? I hope that's not mine. No, this is someone else. Was he in this place then, I guess? Maybe? Perhaps? So that's that. We've done something. Now, by the way, I was talking about Norway. So, did you actually sort of like me? You only have a claim on England, so you shouldn't really be a problem right now. Does anyone else around here have claims? You do have a lot of claims. You have claims on Norway, on Trondheim, on More, on Guldala, on Namad Fylke, on Ferrar. So probably... yeah, that's none of these are problematic for me, so that's good. Now, could I go to war immediately again? Now you are more closely more close to me with regards to troops. I could declare war, and that is a holy war. So when it says holy war for Duchy County, I can't select what. You will see all territory with High Chieftain was around as part of the Chieftain of Sheltes. Which one is that? That's that one. So I'm unable to go for these then. I think that is what that means. So that's if I go for that one. If I go for Duchy, that would be all of it. So what would happen? You will seize all territory within High Chieftain Bottle's realm. Allies, etc., etc. Some devotion. Yeah, I could go for this already. And their military strength, I mean, it says inferior. It's not that we have that much more. But yeah, this is your level of devotion is less. Yes, I would probably need slightly higher devotion. So, this was not covered in the tutorial, by the way. Okay. Ooh, crime doctrines. Ooh, witchcraft. Ooh, clerical gender. Ooh, yeah, a lot of stuff. So basically, the way it works, and this goes for all of these except money, obviously, which is that you have a level, your prestige, the prestige that you gain, currently for me 1.4 every month. goes towards both my level of fame and also sort of realm. I think that is a realm level. So we use prestige to do a bunch of things. But when we do use the prestige, that is not the progress towards distinguish as it says right now. That will only keep adding on. It's just this is just the currency that we use. It's not connected to this. So 1.4 every month, and we need 1,000 to get to distinguished. So we're a little bit behind on that. Now this is only 0.5 a month. Now that is not much at all. So yeah, but it's also only 500, so fine. But yeah, we actually do need to get some more piety going here. And obviously this is a problem because I believe that I don't remember which one. Learning. That's it. Yes. And if you know what I'm good at, learning is not one of those. But we do have, didn't our focus or our lifestyle choice? Where was that? Oh, that's diplomacy. That's ooh. Well, kind of need to go learning as well. We need to do a lot of things. So yes, our scheme with Sigurd is going okay, I guess. Yes, 2 out of 10. So where are you? Well, okay, it doesn't seem as if anything happens during the time. It just needs to actually succeed before anything happens. So, I mean, I could, as I said, I could continue to do wars. I mean, I can, here's the thing. I don't know the dangers of going on too many wars. It doesn't feel as if this one was that big of a deal because, you know, it was part of the kingdom. So now I have, like, the Swedish kingdom. That was sort of easily done. Now Finland obviously is a completely different kingdom. If I just go and grab something in Finland, no, obviously the you will become annoyed at me if I do that. That goes without saying, right? Now you don't by yourself have that many troops, do you? Because you are the highest one, right? Exactly. So you are the highest one. How come you don't have that many troops? That's slightly weird in a way. You do have a special troop, though. Metzenvartia. Archers. Cool. I don't think that I have anything close to that, right? Nope, I only have regular levies. It's just basic meat shields. But yeah, I am. So for example, yeah, as I said, if I go to here to Pietarsaari, and if I try and declare war on you, exactly, you would have the Duke Augment of Uppland as your ally. That is true. And how much of a problem is this? Do we need this in order to actually start the war then? Yes, that is actually true. I could go for the county. That would indeed work out well for me. Okay, so I do know sort of what my options are here, but I do feel as if going for Lapland over here is a very prime thing. But yeah, actually that is the same thing. That is only for this county. I don't necessarily care about that, but now that I think about it, it might be, even if I'm mainly going for the coastal provinces, if we're gonna go for these, it actually does make sense to go for this as well. So that is actually probably one thing that we could do, but we're gonna leave this episode off here. I'm not gonna say that I feel confident here. Again, this is vastly different than EU4, or rather the EU franchise as a whole. And I feel a little bit in the deep water here. There are some things that I don't necessarily understand that well. I mean, I do realize that a big part of this game is obviously not about the nation. As in EU4, for example, you play as the nation. You don't play as the ruler. Here we actually play as the ruler. We are indeed the ruler. Then we just happen to have a few titles that gives us land. That's one thing, but we are a person, and I need to very much think about that. But I do feel as if, using the fact that we have someone who is really about all the warring, etc., etc., I think we're gonna need to use that in order to sort of claim as much land as we can over here as soon as possible, basically. But yeah, exactly what that means, like how far can I go? I mean, I know that there is something similar to the aggressive expansion that you have in EU4. I know that people can become annoyed at you if you do too much. So I know that that is very much indeed a thing. But we do have our Archbishop here out doing his thing. So you are, well, it says that you're here. Well, actually, you're probably, yeah, 9 months left until you're there, I guess. No, you must be there already, right? So where is that? Yes, as I said, you're up here. You're doing your thing. So progress 28.3 out of 100. Fabricate claim on the county. So because we ideally want this, and actually and the holy war thing, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna leave this off here, and man, I feel that this is I both like it, and I'm a little bit I'm a little bit petrified here almost as to what am I supposed to do now. Ooh, yeah, but I also like it. And by the way, this map, I mean, this is an awesome map. It's an actual map, so to speak. It's on the table. Yeah, we're just standing here, checking in our land, zooming in, enhance, enhance, enhance. So yeah, this is Crusader Kings 3, and I'm happy that I have started a series on this, and this is hopefully gonna go my way in the end. For now though, this has been Ghostmet Gaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.